The song takes away your attention. Similarly, in the examination hall, all of you are students. When you're sitting in the examination hall, even if the song is coming loudly, you can't hear it because your full concentration is on your paper. So listening comes with concentration. There are 3 C's of listening. Usually all these skills come from those countries which speak English. So we are using a lot of English words. 3 C's of listening. C number 1, concentration. I just now gave you an example of concentration. You are doing Facebook or you are doing internet. Your mother calls you, come and have lunch. You can't hear. Does it mean you became deaf? Does it mean your ears are not working? God gave you wonderful ears, but you couldn't hear because your mind was elsewhere. So first is concentration. I told you listening is of 2 types, active and passive. I'm not talking about passive listening because all students of our country are excellent passive listeners. They are very good at passive listening. They have no problem. They come to the class, they sit for 1 hour, and then they go away after taking attendance. Sometimes they sleep in the class. Then at the end of 1 hour, they wake up and they say, Madam, attendance? See, the boy was in the class, but no attention, no listening. So we are doing a lot of passive listening. I'm going to tell you to change it to active listening. Active listening requires, number 1, what does it require? I gave you 1 C just now. If we cannot speak English, that means we are living only half a life. God has given us full life. There are millions of people who cannot see. Have you encountered? So many of our students who have, the disability that they cannot see. We all have 2 eyes. So much blessing God has given. So we can live a full life. But because of English, we are living a half a life. We heard the story of Arunima Sinha. No leg, half a life. She is living double life, not only full life. English makes us, lack of English makes us live that half life. We don't want to live that half life. We don't want a special quota, those who do not know English. We want everyone to be able to speak English. Now there are 4 C's which you have to remember. If you want to speak English well, like there are 3 C's for listening. Do you remember listening? 3 C's, what are they? Very good, I'm happy. I know if I take an exam now, you'll get 100 marks. I want to give you those 100 marks. Now we come to the 4 C's of speaking. When you are speaking, start with a little, but go on to acquire a sophistication in speaking. Point number 1, which sir has discussed at great length, I won't go into it, confidence. Point number 1, first C of speaking. To speak well, we require confidence. Confidence implies faith in ourselves. By coming here and standing here, by going to your house and speaking to a person who speaks English, by stopping a person on the road who doesn't know your language, speaking in English, you require the same amount of concentration. Not only stage. Stage requires concentration, confidence. But you require confidence outside also, in the outside world. Maximum confidence you require when you're going for a job interview. Your hands start shivering. You feel you have forgotten everything. The mind is blank completely. Then what do? We feel that we have to build up the confidence. How can we build up this confidence? I will only tell you 3 steps. 1 is have faith in yourself. The second is have faith in others. First, have faith in yourself. I can do it. I'm capable. I'm good. This is called as auto-suggestion, which I'm sure your motivational trainers will talk to you about. Auto-suggestion, positive self-talk. I'm capable, I'm good, I can do it. This change will come. I have seen thousands changing from zero to hero just by practicing this. Have faith in yourself. Never undermine your own importance. Never say I'm not good enough. Never say somebody is better than me. You can appreciate somebody by saying he's excellent or she's excellent, but you can aspire to be excellent also. That is one. Second is faith in others. If we appreciate each other, our confidence becomes better. You know, when I say students of SV University are good, how do you feel? Confident. I can see the smile on your faces when I say something good. I don't know you. I have only acquaintance of few minutes with you, but I can make out your potential because I have been teaching from before you were born. Most of you were not born when I started teaching. Therefore, I can make out that you have excellence. You have capability. Now you have to have faith in each other. If you have faith in Sri Gampa Nageshwar Rao, you come for a workshop. You don't know him. He's not your uncle that you came to meet your uncle. You came because you have faith. Great people did not have faith. Therefore, they used to live a miserable life. If you come to Hyderabad, you can go to our museum. You know, there's a plate there. They will tell you this is Aurangzeb's plate. If you put poison on it, it changes color. Imagine what a life it is. Aurangzeb couldn't live happily because every day he used to think that his food is poisoned. Have you seen small children, leaders' children, you know, great officials' children going to school with a gunman following them? Those children have lost their childhood. There is no childhood for the child who's always followed by an AK-47 and a terrible looking gunman. That is what we have done to society. And a program like this is trying to change that society, to make a society, to make a world which is safe. And this can happen only when you have confidence in others. Your speaking improves when others tell you you're speaking well. So please compliment each other. Please tell each other that you are good. The third, of course, which I need not speak in Tirupati or Tirumala, is faith in God. Finally, our achievements are in a higher cosmic power. Not a God who's very nebulous, not a God with whom we bargain. But there is a cosmic design which gives you confidence. So see number one, in speaking, confidence. Number two, which also Sir mentioned, I'm mentioning, clarity. When you speak English, are you going to articulate every word of English? Our mother tongue is a language which has vowel consonant arrangement. It's a beautiful language, musical language. English is not a language of vowel consonant arrangement. It has one vowel, four consonants. It's a language which is pronounced with a different kind of rhythm. It has a different intonation. So we have to speak it slowly and clearly, not mix the words together. If somebody asks you what is your name, you say, my name is... Some sound came to my ear. My name is, and then I couldn't hear anything. In our language, the last part of the sentence tapers down. In English, the last part of the sentence goes up because important words are there at the end of the sentence. So when you practice articulation, when you practice intonation, then you get the right clarity. Clarity means we are speaking for others. Can the others understand us? Always remember, communication is not for yourself. Communication is for somebody else. So if you can be clear, then it is useful. If you are not clear, it is not good. Many of us are not clear because we are scared. Now, sir will tell you about that, so I need not go into that. The third C. Do you remember first two? Very good. Third C. Conciseness. Conciseness means compact, brief, to the point, not going round and round and round. Somebody asks you, what is your name? You say, oh, you know, my grandfather was a great person. His name is so and so. Then my father, also great person. Then finally you tell your name. Not necessary. Sometimes they ask you to introduce yourself. You give it in such a way that nobody can understand what you're introducing, whether it is personal or it is professional introduction. Nobody knows. So concise means to the point. You have to speak to the point. And then, of course, the last of the C's. I had said 4 C's. Did I say 4? Are you sure? You know, I'm very old. I forget sometimes. So my young friends have to remind me. The 4th C is courtesy. Courtesy, politeness, etiquette. When we are speaking, we have to be polite. Somebody came for public speaking. Then they shared with me, they said, Madam, somebody told me that when you go for a public speech, you think your audience are fools. Then you can speak very well. I don't believe that is correct. Please don't think the audience are fools. Just now, before announcing, Gampa Nageshwara Rao Garu said, please go if you don't feel like listening. Yesterday I spoke just before lunch. I saw all of you going. I'm happy. I have no problem. Even if one person listens, even if one person changes, my life is satisfied because I have achieved transformation in one student. We don't need numbers. You know, I'm not impressed by number 2,000, 4,000, 10,000. No problem. Sometimes we give lectures to huge groups.